Lomachenko is still actually possible for Haney's next fight. Vasily Lomachenko remains a possible option for WBC lightweight champion Devin the Dream Haney's next fight, says promoter Eddie Hearn. The popular matchroom boxing promoter Hearn says Lomachenko with 14 wins, 2 losses, 10 knockout wins is the preferred opponent for Devin with 25 wins, 0 losses, 15 knockout wins to face. But what could prevent the fight from happening is Top Ranks promoter Bob Arum. Hearn says he heard Arum say that he wants to wait until Haney is no longer with the zone before making the match with Lomachenko, and unfortunately that's not going to happen soon. If Arum chooses not to agree to let Lomachenko take the next fight, Hearn says he'll pick the hashtag 3WBC Jorge Linares with 47 wins, 5 losses, and 29 knockout wins. Haney's next opponent. Um, Linares 35 is a good opponent for Haney to fight, but he's clearly not at the same level as Lomachenko with a record of 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Linares won't grab the same amount of interest from the boxing public as if Haney defends against Lomachenko. By fighting Lomachenko, Haney gives the fans a chance to compare him to Teofimo Lopez, as he recently defeated Loma by a 12-round unanimous decision last October. Hearn isn't saying whether he believes Haney can beat Lomachenko. If he's wary of Haney's chances of winning that fight, he may drag his feet and not push too hard to get the top rank to make it the Haney Lomachenko bout. If you're Bob Arum, you've got to like the Haney fight for Lomachenko because it's one that he would have a good chance of winning. Haney, 22, is still developing as a fighter, and he lacks experience to take on a guy like Lomachenko. Bill Haney called me and said, make the Lomachenko fight, Hearn told IFO on Friday, and Eddie Hearn replied with, he's happy to do that fight, but Devin is more happy to fight Lomachenko. That would probably be a preferred fight to Linares, but if we aren't, Linares pretty much agreed and is ready to go. I think it'll be Linares that Haney fights rather than Lomachenko, said Hearn. Lomachenko won't get the same kind of credit from the boxing fans if he beats Haney as if he were to avenge his defeat against Teofimo. Disappointingly, Lomachenko can't get the rematch with Teofimo Lopez because he doesn't want to fight, and Teofimo has moved on and plans of facing George Kambosos Jr. next to fulfill his IBS mandatory requirements. Haney is in a position where he needs the biggest names possible to show he's the number one guy at 135 and not to the undisputed lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez. As of now, Teofimo, who's only 23, is viewed by boxing fans with hashtag one fighter in the division based on victory over Lomachenko. And Bob Arum's interview last night where he said he wouldn't do the fight of Lomachenko versus Haney on the zone, so he said Devin Haney will have to wait until he is a free agent, and he'll be waiting for a long time, said Hearn. But Bob Arum has got to know that Hearn will quickly resign Haney once his contract expires. Haney seems happy with matchroom boxing and he's not likely to leave. Arum should consider letting Lomachenko take the fight with Haney because it will provide the two-time Olympic gold medalist his quickest path to winning a world title. Lomachenko is ranked number 1 with the World Boxing Council, which means he will be made Haney's mandatory soon anyway. It might take another year before Lomachenko gets made the mandatory though, because Ryan Garcia has already earned that spot. Haney vs Linares isn't a bad fight. Fans well know that Linares is in the US and he's coming off an impressive stoppage last year of Carlos Morales in February of 2020. Linares has been out of the ring for over a year now, but that's not Haney's problem. As always, I'm the fight talking right. What you think down below.